How is everyone doing today? And in this video, we are going to be talking about one of the most important aspects of Zenless Zone Zero that a lot of people probably want to know about, and that is going to be the gacha system in Zenless Zone Zero. Now, I don't think it's going to be a little bit too hard to explain a lot of this because a lot of it kind of is similar to some of the stuff in Genshin, some of the stuff in Honkai Star Rail. So it shouldn't be too hard for a lot of the people already coming from a different REHOO game. But in case you don't know anything about REHOO games, and this is your first one, then I'm definitely going to be showing you all the details that we're going to be looking at when it comes to the gacha system in Zenless Zone Zero. So before we get into all that, make sure you leave a like, comment, sub, all that different type of stuff if you're excited for the game, and let me know which character you are most excited for to either pull or play in the game. So of course, talking about the gacha system in Zenless Zone Zero, there are a couple banners that we need to talk about when it comes to what can it drop, and also the pity, and also the split between getting a standard character versus getting the premium characters. I think that's something that a lot of people want to know about in regards to figuring out how am I going to use my currency to get the characters I want and to get the weapons and all the different types of stuff, which we have quite a bit of banners in this game, and a couple of quality of life features that we did end up getting for this game that actually is pretty good, that I think is a big improvement from what they've done in Genshin Impact and also from what they've done in Honkai Star Rail. So starting with the limited character banner, of course, the #1 banner everyone's looking at, with our first one coming out being Ellen. And then the next one is going to be Shuyan, which is going to come in the second half of the patch for version 1.0. So starting with the Ellen banner, of course, looking at the banner itself, you are going to go for Ellen, or you're going to have a chance of getting a standard character. And out of these standard characters is going to be between Grace, Rina, Coleta, Nekomata, Soldier 11, and Lycan. These are the standard characters that you can possibly get when you lose your 50-50 when it comes to summoning on the limited premium banner. Now, looking at the character banner, what is the pity? Well, the pity is going to stay the same at 90 for most of what these REHOO games have it, and the split between getting the character and not getting the character is going to be the usual 50-50. So you have a 50-50% chance of getting the character at 50% and getting a standard character at 50%. And if you lose the standard banner, your next 5-star is going to be a actual limited character. So it's going to be Ellen. If you end up getting, let's say, a Coleta first, you're guaranteed Ellen the next go. And then after you get your Ellen, that means you're reset back at 50-50. Either you're getting Ellen again, or you're going to be getting another standard character. So it's going to work in that way. Going into the W engine banner, which of course they're going to run the character with the weapon itself. This actually has a lower pity. It's going to be at 80 pity, but it's going to have the same rate as Star Rail when it comes to having a 75-25. So you're gonna have a 75% chance of being able to get the weapon for the character, or you're gonna have a 25% chance to not get it, and then you're going to get a set of standard 5-star W engines that they currently have in the game. Going into the next banner, which I think this is a big quality of life change when it comes to what they had in Star Rail, and definitely because they didn't have it anywhere shape or form in Genshin, which is going to be the starter banner / standard banner. And the reason I'm lumping them together is because they're the same banner, and that's a very good thing, and I'm going to be telling you why. The standard banner / starter banner, especially talking about the starter banner at the start, you're going to be getting a free 5-star, but not free, but you're going to get a 5-star after 5 multis. These 5 multis are discounted, so it's actually 40 of the pulls that you're going to have to use to be able to get 50 pulls. Now, after you get your free 5-star, after you spend your 5 multis, it's actually going to carry the pity into the standard banner, which is a really good thing. And the reason why is because this gives you a free 50 pulls into the pity that's going to go towards your 300 pulls, which the 300 pulls gives you a 5-star selector. Now, the 5-star selector, of course, is going to be the standard 5-stars that I listed before, which are Grace, Rina, Coleta, Nekomata, Soldier 11, and Lycan. So after 300 pulls, you are going to be able to use those on the 300 pull selector and pick one of those 5-stars, which is a really good thing that they put the standard banner and the starter banner as the same banner. Because before in Honkai Star Rail, we had a starter banner and it was separated from the standard banner. So that means if you finish that starter banner, all that pity that you used or all those pulls went to waste after you got your 5-star. So you have to start the standard banner at 0. Now you're going to be starting it at 50, giving you a 50 pull head start on the 300 selector, making it 250 away. Now that does sound like a very long time, but of course we're getting pre-register rewards, which is a free 2 multis. And then not only that, there's going to be many different sources of being able to get those pulls for you on the way of playing the game. I think around CBT3, around 2 days worth of playing, and it was me cracking out on the game. I actually got around like 130 pulls, 140 pulls off the bat without wasting any of my premium currency on the actual standard banner, which is actually a really good thing that you get that many pulls. So if you get lucky, you get a couple of 5 stars or maybe even a fat ton of 4 stars that you can try out and play the game for a very long time. So it's not like the resources are scarce to be able to get your 300 pulls. I got halfway there in the first few days of CBT3, which is actually a really good thing for the game, so that we're able to get a couple of units, try different play styles, and also get closer and closer to getting a 5-star on that banner. Now, of course, if you get a 5-star on the standard banner, which you probably are before the 300 pity, because you're going to be able to get one every 90, it's going to, of course, pick a random 5-star out of the ones I've listed, and that doesn't affect anything when it comes to your actual selector, because you're still going to be able to use that. So 100%, one tip I do want to give when talking about this standard selector is don't use it immediately. Unless you really want a character, you might want to save the selector until you either have all the standard characters or you have all the characters that you might want. Because you don't want a situation where you're summoning for a brand new unit. Let's say Zhu Yan for some reason. You have a couple of the standard characters. You don't want to get a character from the selector just for you to lose 50-50 on Zhu Yan or any of the other limited characters and not be able to select the one that you would have had to complete the roster, or to pick another character that you wouldn't have had already, but now you have a dupe of that character because you summoned on the limited banner and you got the standard character, which was the character you picked out. So you kind of don't want that to happen. And talking about the very last banner, because yes, there are 4 banners in Zenless Zone Zero, there's quite a bit, but talking about the very last one is going to be the free-to-play Bamboo banner. Now this banner, at first, when everyone was talking about it and everyone was looking at it, was a little bit controversial because no one knew how the currency worked. Now, from playing as long as I did of CBT3, looking at the Bamboo banner is actually a very good thing for the game, because not only are you able to get 5-star Bamboos practically week 1, you get the first one in week 1. I think I hit max pity when it came to the coins that you use for that banner. This is a currency that you cannot buy. So whales cannot whale out and be like, ha, I got a S5 or max dupe Bamboo, and you don't. I got the brand new Bamboo. I get every new Bamboo. No. The Bamboos are tied to a currency that you get when it comes to leveling up your Hollow Zero, when it comes to leveling up your world level or your agent level. I forgot what the world level is called in Zenless Zone Zero, but you get it from there, you get it from missions, and you get it from Hollow Zero. So there's a bunch of different ways to get it, and from the pulls that you use on the Bamboo banner, it gives you a certain currency, and those currencies can be put into a shop that lets you buy more tokens. So the only way to get it is by grinding the game. And I think that's a really cool thing. And especially with the events that they gave out at the beginning of the game for CBT3 and later down the line, all of them had those type of coins. So you had a constant source of events giving those, the Hollow Zero giving those, your world level giving those. So you have a lot of different sources to be able to pull that currency and to be able to get a set amount of Bamboos. And looking at those Bamboos that dropped from that banner, a lot of them are pretty good, that are excluding the 5 stars. I actually had a Bamboo that was a 4-star for the Ice team that I think was a lot better than the 5 stars that we had currently in the game on the banner, and I did get to pull the limited one. And it's the same thing, another pity as well when it comes to the Bamboos. If I'm not wrong, I don't have it right now with me, but I think it's 50-50 if I'm not wrong when it comes to the Bamboo banner. But for the most part, the 4 stars are really good in that banner, and the 5-star, although he's supposed to be for a certain set of characters, because depending on the faction that you're in, also gives boosts when it comes to the Bamboos. Like the Butler one gives one to the Maids, which is kind of cool that they have that. Allows you to team build a little bit better and team build a certain way so that you're not rocking the same team every single time you go do something. So these are all the banners in Zenless Zone Zero. I think this is a really good system. Of course, it could be a little bit more akin to something like Wuthering Waves, with them having a guaranteed weapon. They might change it. We have zero idea, because we have no idea if they're going to do anything post-launch, that they're going to change the weapon banner into something like guaranteed, because that is something very big for Wuthering Waves. And of course, us getting the 300 selectors, always a nice welcome, and a brand new banner of free-to-play currency, which is a really cool thing as well. Not having to worry that it drops in our character banner or weapon banners, and being at the mercy of those rates as well. We have a secluded Bamboo banner, which is a really nice thing. So on that, thank you guys so much for watching. Always in the video, let me know what y'all think about the gacha system, and let me know who are you waiting to pull for, or maybe who your favorite standard character is. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Always in the video. See y'all guys in the next one, and peace.